Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today, we bring you Zero Kara Hajimeru Mahou no Show Episode 1. Damn, I love this show. I am legit in love with this show. It looks awesome. It sounds awesome. I can't wait for more episodes of this. This is probably right now my top anime. And it's not that it has the best, strongest episode. Like, I don't want to make it sound like, oh, everything else in comparison is weaker to it. But there are things about the show that right away resonated with me, and they make me want to just keep watching the show. And really, like, I didn't even realize 20 minutes had passed. That's how invested I was. You know, sometimes with a lot of shows, I tend to check the timer and see how much longer the episode is and stuff like that. I didn't even realize that 20 minutes had passed by the end of this episode. I was just that enthralled with it. So the main concept is, in this world, there is obviously magic, but for the most part, it's not well known. It's more so people rely on something called sorcery, which is like a version of magic, but it needs, you know, actual drawings and runes and stuff like that. Now, we also learned that apparently some human beings have been cursed, and they think that it's done by the witches, but the witches have apparently cursed some human children to grow up, and when they start growing up or when they're born, they aren't all fully human. They're actually part human and part beast. They're called beast fallen. Now, enter our main character, who is a giant, like, tiger-like creature. Who he is a beast fallen. He has human features in terms of like his size, his build. You know, he walks with two legs, obviously, but for the most part, he's, you know, mostly animal, seems like. And unfortunately, he's hunted because of it. Because for the most part, people hate beast fallen. They think that they are, of course, obviously made by witches. They think that they bring horrible ruin to anyone that they're near, etc. Now, we enter our next character when one day he's running away from a witch who is called Zero. Now, she has a name, but of course he apparently doesn't want to tell it because as a witch, she says that her name is very important. And these two seem like a very likable group. Like, I mean, these two are going to seem like a couple that I really hope get together. I know one's a human and one's a beast, but for the most part, I love their kind of interaction with one another. I love how they have some really cool banter and some funny dialogue amongst each other. And I don't know, they just seem really cute together for some reason. Even though, like I said, he's not human, she is. There's something really cute about these two for some reason. I don't know. And apparently, he has the ability to become human again. And she says that if you help me on my quest, because of course, when they run into each other, you know, they end up kind of talking to one another about some of this stuff. She goes, she's looking for someone named 13, which, yeah, so it's 0 and then we have 13. But she says that, you know, if he helps him find 13, she will grant him the ability to go back to being human. So he does take that offer, and he only takes that because she says some really nice things about him, which remind him of a past event, which was his mother and father talking to him and saying that even though he was, you know, scary looking in terms of his fur and everything like that, he still has beautiful smile and he's still, you know, his soft fur, etc. So, you know, I feel for the dude. I really do. Like, you see him as a little kid, you see him growing up, and he's persecuted by all these witches and other hunters and stuff like that. So, it's interesting, but we learned that, you know, for the most part, he seems like he could hold his own in a fight, but also Zero, though, damn, this girl could kick ass. She kicks ass, and she does it with magic, she does it with sorcery and stuff like that, and she proves that she is definitely going to be an interesting fighter in the course of the series. Now, animation-wise, I like the animation. It's very simple, but I like how everything flows with it. You know, it looks very solid. You know, the fantasy elements, of course, obviously, some characters look very similar to other stuff I've seen before, but I like, for example, the main character who, by the way, is not named. He's called Mercenary, because apparently, even though they can name him, they wanted to go with, like, she didn't want to tell him, she didn't want to hear his name because apparently the name's very important. And, you know, if you actually look up lore of witches and stuff like that, they always say that having your real name, your true full name, is actually very, very important, you know, in terms of, like, if you have to guard it. So I thought that was interesting. They're going off some very interesting old lore about witches and stuff like that. But yeah, so our mercenary man over here, you know, he looks really cool. His animation looks really cool. I mean, I like the design. I think it's kind of cool that they, instead of making your usual protagonist, they have, you know, a giant, like, beast-like creature. I think that's pretty awesome in itself. I almost think of Green Saga, because Green Saga had a very similar concept into it in terms of having the main character be a creature. But overall, I am stoked to say that this show is awesome. We didn't get a full opening yet. We've only gotten the ending song. The ending song's okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it wasn't, you know, bad per se. I do like how every episode, I hope, ends like that, where you see the book close. Like, it looks like a giant book, so it's like a story being told to you. It opens at the beginning and then closes at the end. I think that's kind of cool. So that's a very neat trick. But overall, solid episode. I'm definitely going to review the series regardless of how I do on them, because I love this. This is awesome. Anyways, guys and girls, I would love to hear your comments below. Tell me what you've been thinking about it. Do you like it? Do you hate it so far? Do you want more of it? Obviously, are you hyped as me now about it? I would love to hear. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.